3, Homefront.
Les Mis coming into
Blu-ray.
the studio.
Les Mis. How you doing? Look at him, all sharp dressed. Look at this guy. Holy Jesus, Palomino.
You're like a...
What up?
Look at him. How you doing, man?
We remember you from,
Way back when.
All right, I just want to always say that to you.
Yes.
You're like such a big star now. It's so weird to me.
I'm huge.
I'm huge.
What's up, man? Good to see you.
It's good to be here. Good to be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I think I was on the show was like in 2001. When I
the whole story.
Well, the VMAs were here,
Right.
and you guys had two people on the red carpet that
Retarded
were
Laverne and Shirley.
slow. I guess you can say, and
Retarded
they
Laverne and
interviewed
Shirley.
everybody, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm the biggest Opie and Anthony fan. I have to come on your show." Like, come on in tomorrow. So I came in.
That's how it works. Yeah,
You were doing
Laverne and Shirley.
Real World...
Back to New York, season 10.
Back to New York, season 10.
It was season 10 back in
Over
2001?
a decade ago, by the way. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, the original New York broad works here now.
No kidding.
I always forget her name. She's really nice to us every morning.
Heather B.
Heather B.
Heather B. That's like from the original.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's like 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
We say hi to
She
her
looks
every morning.
exactly the same,
She
too.
broadcasts right next door.
And did you know, here's another did you know, in 2000 when I was shooting The Real World Back to New York, I went to a comedy show at Caroline's, and you were there.
Oh, wow. Was that?
Yeah.
I must have
You were,
been
no, and
opening for someone.
here's, you, Mitch. Mitch
Patel.
Mitch Hedberg.
Was I working with
Was it Hedberg?
Hedberg or something like that?
Hedberg or Patel?
Hedberg, I think.
I was working with Mitch Hedberg? I don't know.
Something like that.
You don't
But,
remember working with Mitch Hedberg?
This was
I
like
knew him, so we worked together.
This was like 12 years ago.
Wow.
So I mean, but I saw you and I was like, this guy is incredible. Like you were the best out of everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I don't remember that week.
That's so
And
cool.
by the way, in April,
Was it
right
one of
back
those
there.
weeks?
No, I just don't remember. It's like one of those things where you do so many. And I'm doing it again in April. And nice to know that in 12 years, it's still not going to be sold out. I used that wrestling chair over my head.
I met Mitch Hedberg the night he died.
Jeez.
Really?
Swear to God, we went to Caroline's. Me and my brother-in-law went backstage. I finally, I was a big fan. I met him. We exchanged numbers. I was going to get him on the show. Said goodbye, and a mere few hours later, he was dead.
Oh, really? Where were you
sad.
when it happened?
Exactly. What was that little baggie you handed me?
Yeah, what happened?
It was Caroline's. Yeah, he did his last show at Caroline's.
You did, right?
I think it was a Sunday or something, the Sunday night show, and then the next day they found him. Horrible.
Holy shit.
But what does that have to do with The Miz and
What
the
a way
Marine Tree?
what a way to drain the radio. I mean, my God, what a
I don't
warning.
know.
Oh,
What the
man.
fuck?
Depressing.
Just bringing up fucking some old stories.
Yeah.
Do you get back to Cleveland ever?
You know, I never get back to Cleveland. I always want to go back, but, WWE has such a vigorous schedule. Like, I'm always traveling no matter what. Like, yesterday we were in Albany, the day before that, Buffalo, day before that, Kingston, Ontario, day before that, Toronto. It's just nonstop all day, every day.
Wow.
Where's home base? for
Home
you?
base is Los Angeles now. So it's
Hey,
75 and
nice.
sunny. Yeah, I don't mean, it works out well.
Nice.
Whenever I'm home. But
Yeah.
my real home is like every hotel that I go
Of
to,
course,
basically.
yeah.
But that was my follow-up question. How many days a year do you see your place?
I would say maybe a handful a month.
Couple.
Yeah, it's nonstop every day, all day. But, I love
so
it.
less
I
than
mean,
10 days a month you're home.
basically, yeah.
Holy
Probably less than, yeah.
How do you handle that?
It's hard, and I just got engaged.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and so that's even more of a hard thing to do, to try to balance, your relationship as well as your job. You're trying to become a successful WWE superstar, be the
Right.
best, that you possibly can be, and then you have to, go home and, she has to understand that you're building for something here.
Wow.
Does she understand you're the Miz?
She does.
Okay.
She does. I
All
mean,
right.
she's a former WWE diva as well.
That is a very attractive fiance
Very
you have,
nice.
sir.
Would you
all
expect anything
with
less?
all due respect.
Very nice.
Wow, that's very pretty.
Thank
very
you.
pretty girl.
And not only is she very pretty, but she's got a great head on her shoulders. So
Really?
I lucked out on this
How'd
one.
you find that? Wow.
I know.
a
I know. What do you
rarity.
mean- how did I find that? How did she find me? Is what you should be talking about.
Exactly.
How long have you been dating her?
5 years.
Oh, that's a while.
Wow, man.
That's great. And
Jeez, that's pretty goddamn
you
well.
have adjusted to hotel rooms?
What's that?
Have you adjusted to the hotel rooms at this point?
I've been going for since 2006 with the WWE. So I've been in every single kind of crappy hotel to amazing hotels.
They put you in the better one. Are you one of the guys that Vince puts in under good accommodations?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes here and there. I mean, we went to Qatar one year, and I had this master suite where it was the most incredible thing I've ever. It's better than my house. Yeah. And out there, you think in the Middle East, I didn't realize how much money is out there, but it is incredible. Like, they just are loading up with everything possible you can imagine.
Yeah. Man. That's got to be nice out there. My brother just got back from the Middle East. Stayed in a nice hotel, too.
Where did he go?
He was in Abu Dhabi.
I've been to Abu Dhabi as well. We've been. I mean, WWE goes all over the world. I mean, you name it, we've been there. We went to China, Japan, Philippines, all over the Middle East.
Do you guys still go to Mexico or no?
Oh, of course.
You know, because Mexico is dangerous. So a lot like I think Dana will fight there. I mean,
we make tours there every year.
Oh, you do.
Yep.
What's the coolest place you've been to around the world?
I mean, China. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would perform in China, and I thought it was absolutely incredible.
Call her Joni. No, we don't allow China and WWE. Remember her?
What was cool about China?
You know,
Big clit.
It's my favorite part.
Small penis. It's a small penis. We studied it.
Yeah.
Just the fact that it was the first show we've ever done out there, and the fans were just so excited to have fans that don't speak your language to chant "You're awesome."
That's crazy.
It's pretty sweet. So yeah, I got to be the first match.
It's actually Yarasum, which is asshole.
I mean, I probably got that chanted to me as well, especially me of all people.
Oh man!
But did you like China itself? What city were you guys in?
We were in, I believe, Beijing. I can't even remember. Beijing. I don't even think that's.
Well, did you get to walk around a little bit, or was it more or less in and out?
It was in and out. We were in there for one day and literally out the next.
And they know all the storylines.
Huh?
They know all the storylines and everything.
They know everything. They knew everything. They had merchandise.
Wow.
You know, it was it's above and beyond amazing.
But more amazing than that, it was Spurlock's documentary, I believe, when he was hunting for Osama bin Laden, and he was in the Middle East. And what they what they showed over and over again was all the fans you got in the Middle East, and they were all wearing the wrestling T-shirts, and they had the WWE on their TVs.
Yeah, those are always my favorite shows because you'll see like fans in burqas chanting like "You suck."
Wow.
It's like we had one show. It was just for like the kings and queens and the princes and all their families and friends. And after the show, like the kids kind of like tried to get into the ring. Like we were already backstage and everything like that, and we were just watching the set, and we were like, "Oh my God, kids are on the ring." The security were trying to get the kids, and the kids go like, "No, no, no," and then point to their dad like, "Listen, my dad will get you if you touch me."
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
It's like that.
For the king?
Huh?
You performed for the king?
Yeah, kings, queens of all over the Middle East.
Did you interact with them at all?
Not at all, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they interacted between out there in the audience.
How big of a show was it just for that? Was it just for them? Or was
it was just for them. It was like just their families, their friends. It was like 2,000 people.
Oh, that's actually more than I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a lot of fucking fans.
We got a lot of fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. But I figured for a King and Queen show, like those small private events, sometimes they'll do concerts for just 50 or 100 people, and it's probably weird, but they're used to it.
Yeah.
And you guys got to make your own travel still?
Well, not flights, but we'll get to a location, then we'll do our rental cars and our hotels. It just makes everything easier for us, at least.
No, we bring it up because Mick Foley's a good friend of ours, and his stories are hilarious.
He's a little thrifty.
He rents a skateboard when he gets to a city.
Yeah.
He got down to the point where he was like, sleeping on fans' couches and stuff to save a few bucks.
As champion.
As champion, though.
I hear those stories, and I get saving money. I get it, but if I'm gonna spend something, I'm gonna spend something on my health, and get a nice, comfortable bed and get some good sleep.
This wasn't when he was coming up. It was. He said when he had the belt and he was sleeping on fans' couches.
And sleeping in airports because when we get done with the shows, it's like midnight, and our flights are at 6 a.m. So you're in your hotel for 2 hours. So some people will just go to the airport and sleep. I'm more like, listen, I'm gonna go to my hotel. I'm gonna have a nice, comfortable, sleep and for 2 hours and then fly home.
Or at least get a hot shower. Something,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Man, they go right to the airport and just sleep.
Yeah, right to the airport and go to sleep. That's back in the old days. I don't think people do that now. I think we're smarter with our money and
that's probably for guys that check out that day. They probably check out at 1, go to the arena, do the match. They don't want to pay for the extra day in the hotel.
Just leave.
It's just a long day though, without putting your head down, even for a quick nap.
Exactly. Well, nowadays, I mean, even on Monday Night Raw, I'll have like a 6 a.m. Media day where I'll go from 6 a.m. all the way till 2, go to the building, do the whole show. And this is the day, and the day before, I was in some other city, had to drive to the town, probably got in around 1 or 2, put my head down, and then then like I'm performing on Monday Night Raw with 0 sleep, and people are like, "Man, you look so tired." And I'm like, "Yeah, you want to know why? Because I did media all morning to promote for this show." Which I don't mind, but it's still like, you look tired. Thanks, people. I appreciate it. I'm performing. I'm doing this for you. I'm entertaining for you, all right? I get no sleep for you.
Wait, you're trying to tell me you got haters?
Oh, yeah, me? Me? I know, yeah, right?
Well, it's still real to me, damn it!
Are you a bad guy? Are you considered a bad guy?
Right now, I'm a good guy. I've been a bad guy for the past, 6 years. And I've always considered myself like a good guy, but everyone else just booed the hell out of me and told me how much I sucked and I'm awful. They wanted me out of the WWE. I mean, anytime you come from an outside source like the real world and a reality star, everyone's going to automatically hate you. But I think I've developed enough respect, not only from the locker room, from the WWE universe, that now they're starting to cheer me.
You worked real hard.
Yeah.
Because I remember at NEW, you were talking to us and saying, I want to go into wrestling. And I remember, no offense, because now you're the Miz. I'm like, wow, that seems like a weird career path. Like that.
Yeah,
might
my
not
parents
work
weren't
out.
too happy about it when I told them I want to be a WWE superstar instead of going to college.
That's what I remember the day you told us you wanted this, and you worked fucking hard, obviously.
I mean, I moved to Los Angeles, paid my $2,500 to learn the art of professional wrestling, went to UPW, Ultimate Pro Wrestling, out there, and just started working on the independent scenes. And you'd think since I was on the Real World and I did a bunch of challenges saying, hey, WWE, I want to be a WWE superstar, they'd be like, oh man, open arms. Not so much. Huh? Not at all. So I had to try out for Tough Enough, which is the reality show that you could win a WWE contract. And I ended up not winning because the fans got to vote, and the fans have always hated me. So, but the WWE execs, I guess I impressed them so much that they gave me a developmental contract.
Who won that year?
Daniel Puder.
And where is he now?
Who knows?
Okay. Wow,
that's why.
No idea.
See what I just did for you, Miz?
Thank you very much.
I did that for you today.
That makes me feel good.
I did that for you.
Damn.
I knew that. I don't know that name.
Did he get in at all or no?
Well, he was there for a little bit. I think maybe a year, and then
wait,
he
I gotta remember that guy.
That's not a wrestling name. No one's going to chant Daniel Puder. Terrible name.
They didn't know what to do with him.
He barely did anything. And then he tried MMA too. That didn't work for him either.
Yikes!
Too bad for him. Now I sit before you, a former WWE champion, person that main evented WrestleMania 27. So I think I did pretty well for myself. And now starting in the Marine 3 Homefront.
Yeah, that's why you're here. We should promote the movie, the Marine 3.
Let's do it.
Homefront out now on Blu-ray.
What's it about?
Basically, I play a Marine and that's having trouble adapting to coming home.
Rambo.
I've been to Iraq. Basically, yeah. I've been to Iraq. I've been to Afghanistan. I've been to Bahrain. I got to see, with WWE, we do tribute to the troops every year, and I got to see how our troops prepare for battle. And some of the stories that I've heard is when they go back home, it's hard to adapt to the normalcy of just sitting around relaxing. Shit. So that's kind of the story. He goes home. He's butting heads with his friends. He's overprotective with his sisters until his sister witnesses a murder. She gets kidnapped by a terrorist of extremist group. Yeah. And do I save the day? I don't know. But
I bet.
The villain is played by Neil McDonough, who is famed for Justified as well as Minority Report and Captain America. So they surrounded me with a good team.
Oh, nice. So a lot of ass kicking, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of it in the ring, and now I do a lot of it in a movie. So it's definitely cool.
First movie?
Oh, that guy's great.
First big screen.
How was the experience?
Role. It was amazing, man. It's not every day you get to have a bunch of takes. Right now we're live. You flub a word, people chant you. In WWE, you flub a word, people chant you suck for 3 minutes.
Right.
So that guy that's in the movie who's in Band of Brothers. That's that guy.
Yeah, he's been a villain in everything.
Guy.
He's good.
This guy's been killed by every hero known to man.
Now, did Vince give you the time off to film the movie, or did you have to do both?
I got a whole 1 month.
He gave you a month. That's nice.
Yeah. By the way, filming this movie,
fucking Vince.
It was the first. It was the first time I was in the same bed for more than a week in my entire career in WWE. I couldn't believe it. It was the coolest thing. People are like, "What's your most memorable moment about filming this movie?" And you'd think it'd be like, "Oh man, I got to play with guns, explosions." No, sleeping in the same bed for 20 days was my most memorable moment because I don't get that luxury anymore.
That's fucked up.
Is it?
You guys have
really
a fucked up life.
But
I know it's exciting.
This is what we want to do. I mean, like we get to perform in front of 20,000 people. I mean, I was just performing in front of 20,000 people in a sold-out Buffalo arena cheering me. I mean, that's what we live for. That's what it's all about, entertaining the audiences. So as much as I complain and, like, man, I never get to sleep in the same bed, we get to entertain and do something that no one else gets to do. I mean, Jim, you must get to do that as well.
Yes, but I get to look at a lot of empty chair backs. But it is still nice to have a microphone and have people to talk to who decide to show up. But, the sold-out shows must be nice. But half-empty shows are good, too.
No.
So,
Jimmy.
Did you take acting classes, or did anybody coach you, or how did they?
Yeah, I went to. I studied so much for this role. Like I didn't want people to look at it and go, oh, that's Mike from the Real World or the Miz from WWE. I wanted a whole new character, so I studied with a guy named Alan McRae, and we basically looked into this, and I was like, okay, who are the action heroes that I looked up to when I was a kid, or movies that I enjoyed? And I was thinking, all right, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly with Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry. Whenever Clint Eastwood walks on the scene, it's basically it's an aura, it's a star power. He doesn't even have to say a word, and he's absolutely incredible. And
I told you.
Hello.
Come and say hi.
From the Real World.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met her. Actually, I think I met her once or twice.
Oh my God!
See?
It's nice to meet you. My nephew told me all about you, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
We were just talking nicely about you too.
Really, thank you guys so much.
Oh man!
I always wave to them next door. I've never actually been in here, and I heard you were in the building. I was like, I've never met him.
A couple of Real World alumni.
I know this is crazy, right?
Yeah.
And we're old school, by the way. Like, well, she's old school. I'm semi old school.
Wow, we don't think you're old school.
Well, I mean, she's the originator.
She's an original.
Yeah, she's an original.
Yeah.
So it's like that's old school. I mean, that's original. She's the founder of this thing. Now, 28 seasons later.
Wow, it's like
did you ever think?
It's like a fraternity, man. You guys, I could see.
I know.
You've been through the experience together.
Thank you.
John Brennan always speaks highly of you.
Oh my God, John.
Yeah, he speaks highly of you.
True story.
True story. I know. I do that a lot too. But I just wanted to come and say hi. I was so happy. I just feel like we went to the same school or something.
Yeah,
exactly. It's almost like a family with the rear rollers and road rollers. It's every time you meet people, it's like, oh my God, I was on the show. I was like, oh, then we have something in common.
Right.
Yeah.
It seemed like everyone slept with each other too. So
Oh my
No
God.
sex on my season.
No.
Really?
No, only the cast member got the director kicked off. Becky, she
Right.
got the director fired because she slept with him in Jamaica. They tried to
I
get us to
forgot
go
about
have
that.
sex with some Jamaicans, but that didn't work out. Only the crew and the cast hooked up.
Yeah, none of our
out of there. I forgot about that.
None of our
remember that
cast really
storyline.
hooked up as well. Like the only people that was hooking up was me, and I was bringing girls in. And the weird part was, like, I don't know on your season, but on my season, we had cameras in the rooms, and we didn't realize they were. You could see in the dark because at that time, by the way, that wasn't happening. Like it never happened. And so, like, I remember, watching it with my mother. And my because we don't get advanced copies, so I'm watching it on TV with everybody else, and Coral's like, Mike had sex in the bed, and then it shows me like under the covers, like, in that green lighting, and I'm like, and she's looking at, my mom's looking at me like, oh my God, Michael. And I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Stop watching your mom.
But
it's all scripted.
You have to admit, but I was like, Mom, you have to admit she's a pretty girl.
Yeah.
So I mean, at least you can be proud of me about that, right?
I just remember you being in love with Larry Johnson.
I was so in love with Larry Johnson. I was excited.
Anytime I hear the name Larry Johnson, I instantly think of you because you became synonymous with Larry Johnson.
Are we talking about Charlotte Hornets?
Yes.
Like, are we going? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It was hilarious. You went to the game and you got to like.
He's also on the Knicks,
and you're
Mike.
like, "Ooh, there he is!" And it was hilarious.
No, I had no idea what I was going to say. I love sports, basketball and football in particular, and just fell in love with him when he was at UNLV. And it was an opportunity when they asked me during the audition, who would I like to meet? I said Larry Johnson. They said, who the hell is Larry Johnson? And so I said I would go to a game and when he comes to play the New Jersey Nets. And when I saw him, I just said, I heard you wanted to meet me. And our whole conversation started from there. He was really nice. I ran into him a couple of times.
Oh, really?
Afterwards, he was really nice, and he's just been cool. I haven't seen him in a while, but
Wow.
I always tell him I'm famous now too. So it's all good.
Oh, that's great,
But
man.
I just wanted to come and say hi, Mike, and it's really good to meet you. I've never seen you at any reunion shows or anything, so I just wanted to say hi and congratulations with everything.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you as
You
well.
too.
And
thank
good
y'all.
luck
Yeah,
with
that's very
everything.
cool.
Thank
Absolutely,
you so much.
man.
All right. Y'all take care.
All right,
right.
actually popped
Bye.
in. Take it easy.
Bye.
That's so
You
cool.
gotta love Sirius XM, right?
That's
Oh my God, you
cool.
never know who's gonna pop in.
she's
Yeah,
been
right?
really nice to us.
You know,
yeah,
I
she's
see her
great.
all the time and say hello. I didn't know she was ever on a TV show.
the original Real
the
World.
The original,
I
the
know.
originator, right there.
That was the one
What's
that
her
was
name
like,
again?
wow. This
Heather.
Heather, right?
Heather B.
She's
Heather
very
B.
Her,
nice.
Eric Neese,
Eric Neese.
Yes.
Norman. I remember these days.
And the little skinny white girl that was a dancer. She would always
Mindy
like.
Cohn.
That was her name. Someone
I
will
haven't
get
thought
it
of these
down
names
here.
in a long time.
Maybe someone will get
So
it.
what, they invite you to the reunion shows and all that, and you just don't do it, huh?
Well, not even that. We haven't had one in a very long time. And anytime they do, I've actually hosted some of the reunion shows for Real World and Real World's challenges, but we just never cross path. I go to the reunion shows. I'm not one of those people that I'm like, oh, well, I have to stay away because I'm a new WWE superstar now. I'm one of those people
you
that
go, then you look and go, look what I did.
Look at me. I'm a
Yeah.
WWE superstar.
So what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a WWE superstar.
The real world really got fucked up. I mean, you know, now they just get them drunk and they're in the house. It seems
But isn't
like
that what you want to see?
But
You
it
want to
seems-
see that train wreck. You want to see fights. You want to see yelling.
But how long were you in the house?
5 months. Now they're doing it differently.
They're doing barely a month.
3 months. No.
Wow,
Three-
really?
the
Oh, they
challenges
are.
are 1 month,
Oh.
but the real world is 3 months
okay,
now.
so they're still putting in some time.
And I was in New York City. By the way, I was a college student. I didn't have money. And when you're in New York City, it's hard to get by on that college salary. And they're not paying you when you're on the real world. They're not like, oh, hey, since you're on TV, here's money. Let me fill up.
They don't give you a
food.
taste?
No per diem?
We have to pay for our own alcohol too. And I wasn't even
shit.
21 at the time, so I had to have a fake ID and everything.
You were 21.
They didn't give you a taste? They didn't give you food?
No, nothing. I had to buy my own food.
What? How do they justify that?
Because it's the real world. You're living like you would in a real situation. It's not like,
Well,
you know,
that's
it's
not
as
the
real
case
as real can be
anymore.
on TV.
Yeah. Julie Gentry.
Julie Gentry. Very good.
That's Julie. She was I remember her dancing to that. It's a wiggle it just
that
a
picture?
little bit, and she's fucking like really going at it and shit.
I have no memory of that.
That's how long ago? 20 some odd fucking.
I didn't.
Crazy.
I watched I started watching the second season more than the first.
I think
First
everyone
didn't
has their season that they
Yeah,
watch.
yeah.
I was a Real World New Orleans fan.
Obviously,
Really?
the Puck,
Yeah.
one with Puck was great. Out
Puck
there in
was
San
great.
That was
Francisco.
amazing. with
Yeah.
Puck and Pedro.
Pedro.
You put your fingers in the peanut butter, Puck. I'm not gonna sit here while you put your fingers in the peanut. That was
I think that's like the most known line
Yes.
in Real World history.
Yeah.
You put your fingers in my
you
peanut
pick
butter.
your scabs, and then you put your fingers in the peanut.
You're picking those in your snot rockets.
And the kid was deteriorating right in front of your
know.
eyes.
Is he
Horrible
dead, the guy?
fuck.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
he's
yes,
long
yes.
gone.
Now
He
probably
died
fucking-
shortly after that season
It
came
was
out.
AIDS, right? He had HIV.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. They had his T cell count every week.
Oh
Remember
man,
all
right?
that?
Yeah.
There was
That
good
was
news
fucked
and a
up.
lot of bad news. And I remember being at a Black Crow show when they announced he died.
Really?
And it was shortly after that season was on TV.
Man.
Yeah, no more than a year later.
Yeah, it was definitely sad and tragic, but I think that's the first time that you saw a person with HIV or AIDS
Yep.
on national television, and that's what
Yeah.
you know, the Real World brought such new stuff to the table.
You realize they were real people.
Yeah,
It was the
exactly.
real world.
It touched your hearts.
And then in Los Angeles.
And then you came to me on the Real World back to New York, running around naked and just doing whatever and getting into fights. You know, it used to stand for something.
Yeah,
Now it's
yeah.
just drinking and fighting.
Exactly.
What happened to TV? Now it's Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Has a show.
I know.
And it's just so scripted now. Everything's fucking.
Yeah, that's what I don't like
Assisted
about
reality.
it. Back in my day, when I was on the Real World Back to New York, it wasn't scripted. There wasn't these scripted realities. Now it's like everyone has a reality show, and if that person has a reality show, their butler has a reality show.
Yep.
And then if their butler, their limo driver has. I mean, come on. It's like, you know, what happened to like people just living their lives on TV?
Well, that's how bad also that scripts have gotten, is that people would rather watch these fucking dildos competing for some non-prize than watch scripted TV, because
Right.
scripted TV stinks so badly.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because they all want the success the Osbournes had.
Yeah, and they
The
can't
Osbournes
recapture
were
that.
one of the last reality shows where they didn't push the storylines.
Yeah, Sharon said there was never a take two. It was what it was, and they made what they made out of it.
And that's exactly what the real world was.
We got to get Mike, a.k.a. The Miz, out of here.
He's a busy guy.
I didn't even promote WrestleMania 29 coming to MetLife Stadium April 7th, but I just did right there. So, there you go.
You don't
going,
even have to
Sam?
promote it.
I know.
going?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
E-Rock going?
I like you.
No.
Yeah, I'm going.
Of course I'm going.
Yeah, I mean,
I got his. I'm still going with you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually.
you all should be going
wanna
to
go. I
WrestleMania
wanna
29
go.
at MetLife Stadium.
Oh, fuck yeah, I want to go.
The last WrestleMania we went to was it
2000.
Anaheim.
Yeah.
Anaheim. That was mega
Long
years
time
This
ago.
one is going to be incredible. I mean, you have The Rock, the WWE champion, taking on John Cena. You know, you have Jack Swagger going up against Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. You have me there. I mean, that's all you really need. I mean, what people are going to be talking about, you know, Rock and Cena, that's fantastic. But at the end of the day, at WrestleMania, people are going to be talking about The Miz and where The Miz did to steal the show.
Will Fandango be there?
Fandango.
Fandango.
You got to say it right. You know, you got to relax the A.
You gotta say it right.
By the way,
that's the most ridiculous gimmick.
That's the best part about WWE. You never know what you're going to get. You have the most ridiculous. I mean, one of the number one shows on TV right now is Dancing with the Stars. Really? Really? Stars dancing? So, I mean, what do we have? We have Fandango.
Right.
I trashed it earlier, but I got to be honest, it's kind of funny, man.
It is funny.
It's ridiculous. Got me laughing when
So
he decided he's
stupid,
not
it's
wrestling
great.
because the guy won't pronounce his name properly.
What's your name in the Marine?
Jake Carter, USMC.
Jake Carter. I knew it had to be something good.
Jake
Carter.
All right, the Marine 3 Homefront out now on Blu-ray. It's Mike The Miz on Twitter. I don't know, man. Come back and see us.
Promote
around
everything.
WrestleMania.
We got it all. WrestleMania,
I think so.
we got it all. I mean, I'm in everything nowadays.
Also, just to finish up a storyline from earlier, our ticket lady wrote back at.
Oh, what'd she say?
She wrote, "Wow, what did I do to deserve a text from Greg Opie Hughes? I'm getting," and then she writes, "I'm getting ready for baseball season. Want to come out?" I wrote her because baseball season around the corner, and she bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, don't say that.
Bought it hook, line, and sinker. And Jimmy's got Charlotte. Jimmy, what are you promoting?
Charlotte this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Toledo the following weekend. Just who gives a shit?
We all do.
And Mike, it's still doing well, man.
You know,
It's
thank
good
you
to
guys
see.
so much for
Good to see.
having me out here, man. I've been back in the day for Sex and Sam, man. That was back when I was in Cleveland. I would sit there just listening to the radio all day long. Sex for Sam was one of the greatest bits I've ever heard in my entire life. Granted, it got you taken off air, but it was worth it, wasn't it? It was worth it. To me, it was worth it because it was such great radio.
We're still
doing damage.
We're still trying to climb out of that hole 8 years, 10 years later.
You guys are incredible. You've always been incredible. You make amazing radio, and thank you very much for having me. It's an absolute honor to be on the show.
I like this. You're putting us over.
I am because I was back in the day, man.
Yes.
Back in the day. I've been a fan ever since.
All
Very
right.
cool. Thank you so much for
The
coming
Miz,
in.
everyone.
What a blast.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Later.